You support Hamas, do you not?
Senator, oddly enough, I'm going to say thank you for that question because it demonstrates the purpose of our hearing today in a very effective way.
Let's start first with a yes or no. You support Hezbollah too, don't you?
Again, I find this line of questioning extraordinarily disappointing,
Is that a no?
Senator. That
Or
you
a
have
yes?
you
Did you catch that? That right there is exactly what happens when someone actually dares to ask a straight question in Washington, D.C. It's common sense going head-to-head with political doublespeak, the kind that makes ordinary Americans lose their minds. Today, we're breaking down a Senate Judiciary Committee and the man leading the charge is Senator John Kennedy. And this is exactly why we elected him, to cut through the nonsense and demand answers. What we just saw was a textbook case of evasion from the witness, Ms. Myra Berry. Kennedy asks simple yes or no questions, and what do we get in return? Deflection, finger-pointing, and a wall of meaningless words. We're going to run the full clip from the beginning, and I'll break down why Kennedy's frustration isn't just reasonable. It's the exact same frustration millions of Americans experience every single day. Let's get into it.
And according to your website, you're also, I'm going to quote here, a longtime Democratic Party activist who served as a member of the 2016 Democratic National Convention's Platform Standing Committee, close quote. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You support Hamas, do you not?
Senator, oddly enough, I'm going to say thank you for that question because it demonstrates the purpose of our hearing today in a very effective way.
Let's start first with a yes or no.
Hamas is a foreign terrorist organization that I do not support, but you asking the executive director of the Arab American Institute that question very much puts the focus on the issue of hate in our country.
Well, I got your answer, and I appreciate it. What is the, you support Hezbollah too, don't you?
Again, I find this line of questioning extraordinarily disappointing,
Is that a
Senator.
no?
That
Or
you have Arab American constituents that you represent
is
in
that
your great state.
Yes, ma'am, I understand that, but my time's limited, and I apologize, but is that a yes or a no?
A yes or no question to do I support Hezbollah? The answer is I don't support violence, whether it's Hezbollah, Hamas, or any other entity that invokes it.
You can't
So
bring
no,
yourself
sir.
to say no, can you?
No, I can say no. I can say yes.
But
What
you
I can
haven't.
say is
You just
your
can't
line
make
of
yourself do
questioning.
it. Do you
Senator.
support or oppose Iran and their hatred of Jews?
Again, I'm going to emphasize Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, none of them is going to, this
you
discussion.
can't bring yourself to say no, can
Sir,
you?
I don't support.
It's real simple.
Excuse me. I'm going to,
Ian,
if I may, as a Muslim woman, sir, I'm going to tell you I do not support Iran. But what I will tell you is that this conversation.
I'm running out of time. I'm
Okay.
sorry. You called our decision to cut funding. You called our decision to cut fund. Well, first, what's the United Nations Relief and Works Agency?
It's UNRWA, which is the institution that exists to provide services and aid to the nearly 6 million Palestinian refugees.
And you called our decision to cut funding for them, quote, an incredible moral failure, close quote.
That is absolutely correct. But again, I would suggest that conversation is about foreign policy.
We did that because 9 UNRWA staff members were fired for actually helping Hamas on October 7th. Isn't that the case?
I don't believe that that's correct in terms
Let
of.
me ask you one more time. You support Hamas, don't you? You
Sir.
support UNRWA and Hamas, don't you?
Sir,
Please.
I think it's exceptionally disappointing that you're looking at an Arab American witness before you and saying you support Hamas.
You know what's disappointing to me?
I do not support
you can't
Hamas.
Bring yourself
I do
to
not
say
support Hamas
You don't
or
support UNRWA. You don't support Hamas. You don't.
I was very
support
clear in my support for UNRWA.
Hezbollah, and you don't
I
support
oppose-
Iran. You should hide your head in a bag.
This Senate Judiciary Committee hearing was all about hate crimes, something that affects everyone. Senator Kennedy starts by talking to a rabbi, asking about anti-Semitism on campuses like Harvard, Berkeley, and UCLA. He's showing there's a real problem. with harassment happening while these schools still get federal funding. He's building a logical foundation before moving to tougher questions. Then he questions Maya Berry, head of the Arab American Institute. She's not a random person. She's a long-time Democratic activist leading a major organization. Kennedy asks her a simple, direct question. Do you support Hamas? Some might call it harsh, but Hamas is a recognized terrorist group. Americans deserve to know where she stands. Instead of answering, she pivots. She talks about the purpose of the hearing instead of giving a yes or no. When pressed, she gives a long answer where she eventually says, I do not support. But it's buried and weak. Then Kennedy asks about Hezbollah. Her response? I find this disappointing. That's not disappointment, it's evasion. Any normal person would clearly say no to supporting terrorists. The same thing happens with Iran. Kennedy asks if she supports the regime that spreads hatred toward Jews. She talks about being a Muslim woman instead. It's another deflection, trying to make herself the victim. She refuses a straight answer, but somehow, the room treats Kennedy like he's in the wrong. The moment everyone remembers is Kennedy's frustration. He's fed up, and you can hear it. He's expressing what millions of Americans feel. Tired of people refusing to clearly condemn evil and tired of political word games. And then Senator Durbin steps in, letting Berry talk about her feelings and victimhood, even though she avoided answering the real questions. Meanwhile, Kennedy is portrayed as the villain. This whole exchange is a snapshot of what's wrong with politics today. Kennedy asked the hard questions, stood his ground, and demanded clarity.